Even though last week marked CBS hit series Matlock's first official holiday episode, Belly of the Beast is anything but merry. While the episode serves as a major professional milestone for Maddie, Kathy Bates, it was coupled with some setbacks. Billy, David Del Rio, finally proposed to his longtime girlfriend, only to be rejected, while Maddie, working the case of the week, broke a bracelet that was her touchstone to her late daughter, Ellie. While these scenes were heartbreaking on their own, one final crushing moment between Olympia, Sky P., Marshall, and Julian, Jason Ritter, seems poised to change everything for the rest of the season. When audiences first met Olympia and Julian, it was clear that their marriage was pretty much over. However, the two have been working more closely together and, in episode 6, 16 Steps, they took a significant step towards rekindling their relationship. They've decided to keep their reconciliation a secret, at least for now, but are both clearly happy about giving their relationship a fresh start. That all seems to change, however, after Julian makes a heartbreaking confession. At the Jacobson Moore Christmas party, Julian and Olympia seem stronger than ever. Even when Olympia's former fling, Elijah E. McWalker, arrives at the party, she's more than happy to go home with Julian. There's even a moment where she defends Julian to his father Sr., Beau Bridges, something that clearly surprises him, considering how the couple have been acting towards each other since the split. When Julian witnesses the end of Olympia telling Sr. off, he can't help but kiss her, unafraid of anyone at the party seeing him. Before they leave the party, it's heavily hinted by Sr. that Julian did something that makes them a lot alike. While it's easy to wonder if this comment is work-related, perhaps about the Welbrexa case that Maddie has been looking into all season, it turns out it's far worse. While Julian and Olympia are toasting their fresh start as a couple, Julian drops a bomb that he had an affair when their marriage started having issues. Olympia is visibly shaken by this, and Marshall's performance is subtle but impactful. The scene ends with Olympia walking away without saying a word, leaving a regretful Julian in her wake. With Julian and Olympia working so well together lately, the biggest question becomes how this betrayal will change things in the office. Personally, we've seen Olympia soften this season, growing closer to Maddie, as she started to trust people again. This heartbreak, though, will most likely force her to put her guard up again and could cause her to make unforced errors again. This was previously shown in episode 6 during a series of flashbacks that showed Olympia coming apart at the seams when they first got divorced. This major shift may also see Olympia turning back towards Elijah, someone that was there for her during her toughest times. That obviously has the potential to start a tense love triangle situation in the office. Olympia and Elijah's relationship was kept mostly a secret, but if it gets out to Julian, that could have serious ramifications at the firm and could cause a bigger problem for Maddie, who is now working closely with both of them. The winter finale of Matlock, No Monsters, airs this week, leaving viewers to wonder what other shocking revelations will come to the surface. The stakes are higher than ever, with Maddie getting closer to learning who buried the Welbrexa info. Now, coupled with this new tension between Olympia and Julian, things are reaching a boiling point as the show heads into its winter hiatus. KHYMM warns the children that Crimson Jack is a scoundrel, and Jod quickly tries to save face by reminding the children that he warned them about KHYMM. They scuffle and KHYMM winds up caught under a pile of books and maps as Jod leads the children out of the observatory. KB lingers behind to make sure KHYMM is all right, fueled by her own mistrust of Jod, and KHYMM cautions her to trust her head and not her gut when it comes to Jod, vowing to always be of help if the children need her. When they get back to the ship, Fern decides she's also had enough of Jod and his lies and half-truths, and she bars him from boarding the ship until he tells them who he really is. He tries to evade her demands, but SM-33 is more than willing to enforce his captain's orders. Jod admits that he never said he was a Jedi, he simply didn't correct Vim when he made the claim. Jod tries to reason with the children, going so far as to compare them as lost people, while promising to help get them home, especially if there's a reward involved. KB tells Jod that he works for them, not the other way around, and Jod reluctantly agrees to their rules. The episode ends with Jod and the Core 4 having to evade the pair of X-Wing fighters that KHYMM hailed when Crimson Jack showed up with the children. The sequence is a bit like a dramatization of how it feels to get paired with children on Smuggler's Run at Disney, particularly when it comes to having pint-sized gunners getting you out of a tight squeeze. Despite the odds, Jod manages to get them off the planet before they can be caught, with no real hint of what's to come in Episode 4. Next week, Watts and Ford return to pen an episode directed by the Academy Award-winning directing duo Daniel Kwan and Daniel Stannard, which is sure to be a delight, given their whimsical storytelling stylings. It will be interesting to see if the Captain Hook and the Lost Boys vibe persists throughout the series once Lowery isn't behind the camera, but the dynamic works well for Skeleton Crew. The series has really set itself apart from the rest of the Star Wars fare by toying with a more Amblin style, harkening back to the Spielbergian era of the late 80s and early 90s, which perfectly blends with Star Wars' campier aesthetics. With 3 episodes under its belt, Skeleton Crew has crafted a very curious mystery to solve where Aten and Jod are concerned. Hopefully, the creative team has given themselves enough time with the remaining episodes to answer both, while still exploring the larger galaxy around the characters. The first 3 episodes of Star Wars, Skeleton Crew are streaming now on Disney+. New episodes drop at 9 p.m. Eastern Time every Tuesday.